teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard. On the game. Second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's get there. Hey, 4-1 Mike. 4-1 Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry now for Gus Edwards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, design run for their wideout, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gurley's got the first down and then some. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Trying to get it to Woods. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
We taking wins home. 74.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flushed out right. It's caught by Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take in front, Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So that'll back him up 5. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
That's the score. Eagles 10. Rams 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
2 for 1. It's hot.
Goff on first down. And that one's complete to Gurley. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Goff throwing again. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Hold on. Check.
Throwing again is gone. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Switch gears.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Goff in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up third and 9.
Value three.
Out of the gun, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football, but my question is, throw it away.